Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags, personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of these bowl games. I think that's one of the best things about college football. We're in an era today where bowl games don't matter as much as they did back when you and I played, but it was special to take the field with your guys one more time, but playing in games that had so much history.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new school.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Coming after him. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Got it! They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Penn State! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Now facing a 3rd and long. On the ground, it's Scatterbo. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Now remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the 1st quarter, but they'll try it again. The receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Getting some heat. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Fires into traffic, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
The give to the tailback. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. And the Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
They're facing a third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that's success rate. Run it down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Dropping back, it's Allard. He wants it all. And the ball is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. Ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Pulls it in. It's Scatterbo. Oh, what a move! Afterburner's coming. He's inside the 40. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's McClain. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Sun Devils want to crank the tempo. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off play action. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. And now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Under a minute to play here in the 1st half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the 1st half. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And they got it done in the 1st half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things, and that first half needs some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep your foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on third down? They'll try to run for it. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
Man, that's always a bad feeling when you're holding your gap and then you turn around and all you see is the back of his jersey. The guy running down the field, chewing up all those yards.
And tell the truth, when defensive linemen go after him, do they really think they're going to catch him?
Absolutely not. I play defensive line.
They're trying to get to him. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
Man, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
4th down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late, they'll line up for the onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're within striking distance, but they need the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, in every possession. Oh, look out, the ball's free. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. The give as they work on that clock.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Takes a handoff, and he's going right. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Running behind that left side. Past the first down marker and still running. And he'll be out of bounds just short of the goal line, but man, are they in business now.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
It's still 3rd and goal. Back to pass. It's Allen. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on fourth down. They want to talk things over and make sure they have the right play called here, so the offense will use a timeout. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to move it through the air. Complete to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They want to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Sun Devils in the hurry up. Dialing up a second down pass play. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And the defense just has to do a better job in coverage in that situation. Down close to the goal line, you know it's going to be man coverage. You just have got to do a better job sticking on your guy. And the defender just simply got beat.
Man, that was exhilarating. Incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you've got to put possessions together. You've got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You've got to put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers in situations like that, and that's what they did.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.